Hey guys, welcome back to my vlog. So today I'm going to be doing the part 3 of the ALT application process, and today I'm going to be talking about money matters and finances. I know some of you guys have been asking me how much did it cost me to come to Japan to work as an ALT or as an English teacher. So today I'm going to be telling you all the money I spent to come here to Japan to work as an ALT. So this video will be divided into 4 parts. First part is for the travel fees, second part is for the document fees, third part is for the placement fee, and fourth and last part is for pocket money for Japan. How much you need to bring to come to Japan. Hold on, because I listed all the fees here in my phone so as not to forget and leave out any other information. But before everything else, I'd like to say that this is just a conservative estimate of all the fees. Please bear with me. This happened 2 years ago, so I might leave out some other information and some other document fees and all that. For travel fees, as I have mentioned in I think my first video of this series, I mentioned that all the application process will happen in Makati. If you're from Visayas or Mindanao, you need to go to Manila, fly to Manila to do all the steps of the application process. I went to Manila 5 times, and first I went for the orientation seminar, second I went for the script reading and examination, and third I went for the interview and demonstration, and fourth I went to Manila for pre-departure orientation, and last is for the departure. So I went to Manila 5 times. This is just a rough estimate. For round trip tickets, it cost me 4,000 round trip from Cebu to Manila while I was still working in Cebu, and from Davao to Manila. So a rough estimate of my ticket expenses, 4,000 times 5, 20,000 pesos. And also, if you're going to Manila, you also need a pocket money. So my rough estimate per visit to Manila, I brought with me 2,000 pesos for taxi and food. I just stay there for a day or 2 and then come back to Davao, since it's gonna cost me a lot if I stay more than 2 days. 10k for 5 visits, and then so the total for traveling fees is 30,000 pesos. So if you're from the Visayas or Mindanao and you plan on applying for this job, prepare travel fees which costs around 30,000 pesos. But if you're from Luzon area or Manila area, then lucky you, forget about all the travel fees. Next, I'm going to be talking about the documents. So in my documentation part 2 of this series, I made mention about passport. Of course, you need a passport because you will be coming to Japan to work, and the regular fee for a passport is 950 pesos, but if you plan on expediting the processing of your passport, then you pay 1,200 pesos, I think. And the next is if you do not have a driver's license yet, then you should apply for one. First, you need a student permit, and you need to pay 350 pesos for that. And then after that, a driver's license. A non-pro driver's license costs 820 pesos, and for driving record, that's around 500 pesos. And driving certification for 300, and for the IDP it's 3,500 pesos. And then for form 137, 138 from your elementary schools and high schools, this depends on the school, of course, because each school has different fees. So for my school, it was 150 a page. And then for my university documents, I paid around 500 to 800 pesos. I can't really remember because this happened 2 years ago, so I can't really remember. But that's like the most conservative estimate. And then for the red ribbon documents, I paid 150 to 300 per document, but I feel like it's 150 per document. And then medical certificate from a POEA approved and a DOH approved medical center, I paid for 2,500. Again, the fees are depending on the medical clinic in Davao. I paid around 2,500. And then NBI clearance, which cost me 140 pesos. And then an NSO birth certificate, which I forgot for the documentation process. I forgot to mention that you need an NSO certified birth certificate, and it costs 140 pesos. Third is the placement fee. The placement fee is equivalent to your 1 month salary here in Japan. The 1 month salary here in Japan is 2,300 yen, and that is around let me calculate, okay, because the exchange rates keep on changing, so I don't know how much I earn now actually. in Philippine peso. So in peso, it's around 105,800. During my time, the agency didn't ask me to pay anything for the placement fee, but the placement fee will be paid on the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th month you're working in Japan. Installment basis, I didn't pay before leaving the Philippines, but I know that right now the rules have changed. So now each ALT before leaving to Japan is required to pay 50% of the amount of the placement fee. So 230,000 yen divided by 2 is equal to 115,000 yen. So the exchange rate right now is around 0.46. The yen is kind of strong now. When I came, the yen, it was just 0.38, but now it's 0.46. So it only means that it's much more expensive in Philippine peso now than 2 years ago. So you need to pay the agency 52,900 or 53,000 pesos before coming to Japan. And last but not least, the pocket money. It's like this. The first salary will be given to you a month after you come and work here in Japan. So for example, I came October 18th and then I received my first salary on November 30th, every last banking day of the month. But then right now, they changed the system. We are paid every 20th of the month. So if you come on October 1st, so if you come October 1st, then you will be paid on November 20th. So it depends on when you are deployed to Japan. So if it's October 1st, if it's the first week of the month, then you will be paid later. Like there will be more days that you need to survive on with your pocket money. So yeah, so if you come middle of the month, then you will be paid the next month, middle of the month. So am I making sense here? Is it clear? So yeah, just prepare a month's worth of pocket money. So my conservative estimate for a 1 month survival money here in Japan is 150,000 yen. In peso, that's around 69,000 pesos. But of course, this isn't to say that if you do not have 150,000 yen, then you shouldn't apply or you shouldn't try, because I know some ALTs, Filipino ALTs, they came to Japan with just 50,000 yen pocket money, and that's around, wait, let me calculate, because, you know, so 50,000 yen times 0.46, they brought with them 23,000 pesos. All they did was they brought with them canned goods and, you know, tuna, noodles, and all that, pancit canton, just to survive for a month. In my case, honestly, in my case, I actually loaned from my parents around 400,000 yen. So that's around 400,000 yen times 0.46. Because I didn't wanna be, you know, I wanted to be sure I'm in a different country, and if something happens to me, who will be here to save me, you know? So I brought with me 400,000 yen, and that's around 184 pesos, but at that time it was just 150,000 pesos because of the exchange rate. So, you know, actually I didn't spend all the 400,000 yen. When I received my first month salary, I returned half of it to my parents. Okay, so I did all the calculations in my whiteboard, and this is it. The travel fees, 30,000 pesos. Okay, these are all in pesos. And document fees for 11,800 pesos, because I also calculated the red ribbon documents. Like each red ribbon document, a page costs around 150, so times 8, because there were 8 documents. And then also for like for the Form 137 and 138, I think there are 3 pages for elementary and 3 pages for high school, so 150 times 6, so that's included in this calculation. So that's why it's 11,800, as well as the student driving permit. So again, for the placement fee, you need to pay 50% of the total of the placement fee, so that is 52,900 pesos. Then you pay the 50%, the rest of the 50% when you are already here in Japan working on your 4th and 5th month. And then last is the pocket money, which costs around 69,000 pesos. So for the conservative estimate total, that's around 163,700 pesos. This is the rundown of all the expenses for this job. So a lot of you requested me to make this video, so this is a very honest video. I just mentioned all the fees and expenses as far as I can remember. I know I have kept on repeating that this is just a conservative estimate and that this happened 2 years ago, so the fees might have increased. I know it's really expensive and it's a really big money. I did not have that kind of money before coming to Japan. You know, you can borrow money from your relatives or anybody that you know who can at least help you in terms of finances. But just be sure to pay them back, because if you're here already, you can afford to pay them back after a year. I paid back my parents and paid all the placement fee within the year. Keep in mind that anything is possible if you really want this job. You won't easily be discouraged by this amount. Like what my favorite author said, Paulo Coelho, when you really want something with all your heart, then all the universe will conspire to help you achieve it. So, you know, just keep the faith and keep on fighting. You might have noticed that I didn't include the visa fees and the flight ticket coming here to Japan, because actually Interact will be shouldering the expenses for visa fees, for the COE, and also for flight tickets. They will also pay the round-trip flight tickets from Manila to Japan and Japan to Manila. All recruitment agencies and companies overseas should shoulder the round-trip ticket for Filipinos, for OFWs. And also, many of you guys have been asking me of my monthly budget and my salary and all that. I will be making a part 4 of this ALT series. I'm gonna be showing you my monthly budget in my next vlog. So that's it. I think that's all I have to say. And yeah, I hope you like this video. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. Goodbye, and I'll see you in my next vlog.